Every morning, 365 days a year, farmers across this country rise to the task of feeding the world. Ag State understands the challenges and difficulties our livestock producers face. We are producers with you. This is why at Ag State, we produce the superior feed our farmers need at a competitive price. Livestock producers partnered with the feed experts at Ag State can leverage the knowledge gained along with the most up-to-date advice to produce effective improvements to your bottom line. Ag State, helping producers prosper.
At Century Mutual, we're always focused on dedicated, personalized service for you, serving customers in 27 Northwest Iowa counties for over 130 years. As a proud Grinnell Mutual member insurance company, we'll be there when you need us most, helping protect all that's important to you, including your future. With Grinnell Mutual, you can trust in tomorrow. Contact your local Century Mutual Insurance Association agent today, located in more than 50 local communities. Trust in tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company.
Elgersma Agency in Sanborn, real estate and insurance. For 40 years, Elgersma Agency has been helping clients sell homes, businesses, farms, and more. Using strategic marketing, your for sale will turn into sale pending soon. Elgersma Agency is proud to be a part of the HMS community and supports the Hawks all season, on and off the field and court. Contact Elgersma Agency when you're ready to sell. Visit us online at elgersmaagency.com.
Welcome to your exclusive presentation of Hartley-Melvin-Sanborn Hawk Athletics on Fuller Digital Solutions. Now we begin our live coverage and hope you enjoy the broadcast.
Introducing the robust workhorse from Holstein Manufacturing, the HFAB Ultra Tilt Bed Trailer.
Whether you are hauling heavy equipment or delivering precious cargo, our tilt bed trailers, ranging from 20 to 28 feet in length, are engineered with strength and designed to handle it with ease. Forget the hassles of ramps. They're built to tilt. Tilt bed trailers at Holstein Manufacturing.
Holstein Manufacturing.
And online at holsteinmfg.com.
I would recommend anyone looking for employment to come here just due to the fact that we offer a warm environment. The difference in departments that the CMHI and CUSO also offer give you a wide variety of job opportunities.
Some of the benefits I appreciate are the IPERS and the paid time off.
Dental, health, vision insurance.
I would recommend that you consider a career here because of the team atmosphere.
Because you can make a difference in people's lives, and you can make a difference in the world.
I chose NCC because their electrical program is absolutely incredible. Semester to semester, I never had to worry about if I was in the right classes or if I was on the right track, because they make sure you are set on the right track. All you have to do is try.
The heavy equipment program at NCC is the only heavy equipment program in the state of Iowa that actually teaches kids how to run large industrial equipment and get them out on the job site. We'd really like you to come take a visit. It'd be nice to meet you.
50 years. So tonight we would like to say thank you and show our appreciation by recognizing all of our seniors and their families involved with our baseball program. Our seniors and their parents are Jacob Cates, son of Jennifer Cates and Scott Cates. If you could just come out behind home plate. And Aiden Espelin, son of Janelle and Zach Schnack. I want to thank these two young men for all their sacrifice and for our HMS baseball team. Now please join the Hawk community in thanking these young men and their families for all they have done for Hawk sports programs and HMS athletics.
Hopefully that picked that up.
Thanks again, seniors. Didn't have any place to go get flowers today either. Hy-Vee didn't have any. Jackie's was closed. I wasn't even trying to get Spencer.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think people understand.
So here's your umpires for the starting lineups.
I wrote them down on
Okay,
so you're
cool.
good. Yeah, I always have to have them like right where
Oh, I
I
understand.
don't forget. Like I
Our students are very prepared to take care of patients at clinical and within the simulation department. They're also very prepared once they've graduated to go out as a novice nurse and take care of patients within their employment.
In the end, it takes all of us to help our communities out, and whether that's on a volunteer basis or on a career field. Our communities need you as an EMT or a paramedic, and you can get started with that path right here at NCC right now.
So we welcome you to come to NCC and be a part of the engineering design tech programs, and find your passion for a career choice in manufacturing in Northwest Iowa.
The instructors here are amazing. I mean, Ken, have a question, he'll be doing something with another student. Yeah, what do you need? 3 instructors. I mean, I don't think I can name any other college that has as much one-on-one time as this place, so that in itself is pretty extraordinary.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. As members of your community, we get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we're the #1 ag insurer. It's your future. Let's protect it.
In Primgar, your Farm Bureau agent is Danielle Rader.
#1 ag insurer across our 8-state territory. 2018 SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
There may come a time when you or someone you care for may need assistance with their day-to-day lives. Or maybe you're just tired of the home repairs and household upkeeps. Here at Prairie View Campus, our team works together to provide any care assistance needed while doing all those day-to-day chores for you. Whether you choose independent living, assisted living, or a skilled nursing home, Prairie View Campus is here to meet your needs. Come check us out, Prairie View Campus in Sanborn, where excellence is our standard.
Sanborn Savings Bank, Sanborn's hometown bank since 1899. Because we are your hometown bank, we understand the importance of offering you a wide range of financial services to help you meet your financial goals. We have checking, savings, and certificate of deposit accounts that will help you manage your money. We offer all types of loans for your individual needs. We are always ready to work with you to design a program to meet your financial needs. Sanborn Savings Bank, proud to support the HMS Hawks, member FDIC.
Savings Bank of Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park has been serving Northwest Iowa for over 125 years, providing personal, hardworking, and friendly service to its customers and community. Savings Bank of Hartley offers personal, ag and business banking, online and mobile banking solutions, along with many lending options. Savings Bank loan officers will sit down and do the hard work to ensure you get exactly what you need. Stop by and see what they can do for you, or visit them online at www.savingsbankia.com. Trustworthy, honest, and hardworking. The same traits that make a great employee make a great bank. For 125 years, Savings Bank of Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park has been going the extra mile providing banking to farms and small businesses in Northwest Iowa. Savings Bank of Hartley prides itself on knowing you, your operation, your goals, and your future plans to help you along the way so you can focus on what you do best. Stop in today or visit them online at savingsbankia.com.
Bisma Graphics in Sanborn, your one-stop sign shop for everything from vehicle wraps, lettering, fleet graphics, signs of all kinds, race car wraps, power sport wraps, banners, logo design, business cards, or even color change vehicle wraps. Everything is done in-house with top-of-the-line equipment. Stefan and Ashley C. Bisma employ an experienced and knowledgeable staff who are ready to work for you. To help get you noticed, visit cbisma-graphics.com. Find us on Facebook or call 712-729-7446.
And welcome everybody to tonight's presentation of the South O'Brien Wolverines versus the HMS Hawks in Iowa High School Athletic Association Class 1A Varsity Baseball. If you are looking at the schedule ahead of tonight, you may have noticed that tonight's game was supposed to be a softball game, and you are not going crazy. It was supposed to be a softball game, however, due to the massive amounts of rainfall that we got over the weekend and the subsequent flooding catastrophe that struck most of northwest Iowa, the softball field, unfortunately, a innocent victim in all of that, as the field just beyond the softball left field drains directly into the softball field, and so left field for softball is basically underwater. So with unplayable field conditions at the softball field, that then led to the softball game being moved to Paulina. So HMS, without a home game, a true home game at least, against South O'Brien in softball this year. However, baseball field still in playable condition. The field dry enough to play on, and so we switched tonight to baseball, and Wednesday night I believe will be baseball as well before we finish off our regular season with softball, provided the field conditions improve on Friday. If you've not been with us all season, HMS kind of struggling just a little bit. They're 2-14 overall, 1-6 in Warrego Conference play. They're ranked 99th in Class 1A. For South O'Brien, season going slightly better, but not by much. 14-12 overall, 2-7 in Warrego Conference play, 91st in Class 1A. They did pick up a 6-5 win over HMS on May 28th. So South O'Brien, having won the game earlier this season between these two teams, will now look to get the season sweep if possible. The starting lineups for both teams, we'll get those to you now. First, for the visiting Wolverines of South O'Brien, batting first, number 15, Damian Villarreal. He is in center field. Batting second, number 6, Ben Woodall. He is at shortstop. Batting third, number 22, Mitch Enger. He's at first. Batting fourth, number 4, Gabe Mormund. He is at third. Batting fifth, number 5, Brady Riedemann. He is the catcher. Batting sixth, number 1, Trevor Fidelki. He is the pitcher. Batting seventh, number 8, Ryan Fuller. He is at second. Batting eighth, number 7, Willie Conley. He's in right. And batting ninth, number 17, Jaden Kreber. He is in left field. There is no designated hitter for South O'Brien tonight, so everybody batting for themselves for South O'Brien. For the HMS Hawks, their lineup very much static, you could say, as lineup not changing much between games. So you're going to recognize a lot of these names, and they're going to be a lot of the same batting order as they typically are. Batting leadoff, number 16, Jack Massbergen. He's in center. Batting second, number 14, Aiden Bush. He's the pitcher. Aiden Bush, who missed the first part of this season, has returned, and he will toe the rubber for the Hawks tonight. Batting third, number 4, Jacob Cates. He is the catcher. Batting fourth, number 23, Lawton Skipoff. He's at third. Batting fifth, number 99, Blake Mendering. He is in right. Batting sixth, number 22, Grant Koonsman. He is the shortstop. Batting seventh, number 11, Ricky Smith. He's at first. Batting eighth, number 12, Brody Mendering. He is at second. And batting ninth, number 1, Aiden Esplin. He is in left field. Like I said, lineup very similar to most previous games, with the exception of Aiden Bush making his season debut. And also no designated hitter for the Hawks tonight. So once again, everybody batting for themselves. So HMS and their opponents do typically use the DH. However, no DH for either team tonight, so everybody you see out on the field will be in the batter's boxes, respectively. Taking a look at your pitching matchup, towing the rubber for the Wolverines, number 1, Trevor Fidelki. Take a look at his stats here. Fidelki, he's a senior. He's pitched in 3 games, does have 1 start, so tonight will be his second start. He does not have any wins or losses to his credit. Has no saves to his credit, although that could just be a statistical keeping error, as I noticed none of South O'Brien's pitchers have any wins or losses to their credit. So Fidelki has pitched 12 in the third. He has opponents hitting 157 off him, so a very good pitcher, at least getting hitters below the Mendoza line. He's given up 8 hits, 9 runs, 5 of them earned, has walked 5, hit 5, struck out 11, pitches to the tune of a 2.84 ERA, and has a whip of 1.05. A little bit of music playing in the background there. Of course, HMS with very good baseball musical choices in the games that we have gotten to broadcast this year. And now we have the pitching matchups for HMS. Actually, I take that back. It's not going to be the debut of Aiden Bush, but will be the home debut of Aiden Bush this season. Aiden Bush, he has pitched in 3 games, has 1 start, no wins or losses to his credit, no saves to his credit, has pitched 2 2/3. Opponents are hitting 4-12 off of him, and he's given up 7 hits, 9 runs, 6 of them earned, walked 6, hit 2. He struck out 1, pitches to the tune of a 15.75 ERA, and has a 4.88 whip. So Aiden Espelin, looking to get back on track, has given up quite a number of runs for the limited innings that he's tossed this year. But of course, anything can happen, and obviously Aiden Espelin, I keep saying Aiden Espelin, Aiden Bush, of course, he is a experienced member of this baseball team, being a junior. So we will see if he can put on a better pitching performance tonight than he has in his 3 opportunities this season, and I'm sure he will. So we will just take a quick break. We're not going to go at commercial, just mute up here in the press box, and we will come back with audio when we're a little bit closer to first pitch. So you're watching the Hawk Baseball here in Fuller Digital Solutions. And welcome back, everybody. So we're just moments away from getting tonight's action underway. We appreciate you watching here on Fuller Digital Solutions. Of course, we also appreciate everyone that's tuning in, trying to avoid the heat. We do not blame you. Looking at the forecast, it's 93 degrees out. And if that wasn't hot enough for you, it feels like 106 degrees outside. So a very, very warm summer's day. Thankfully, here up in the HMS Baseball press box, we have air conditioning. If you're not completely up to date with all the upgrades HMS put on, HMS baseball field bleachers last year and before that were not the best. They were very hard to get up and down. Also, the press box was very small and got very, very warm during the summer. So HMS investing in brand new bleachers, a brand new press box. Press box has air conditioning, brand new Dakotatronics scoreboard system being installed this week. So HMS huge investments this past school year to get the summer baseball and softball seasons more of a better start with air conditioning now in both press boxes as needed. So we want pitchers now getting done. Batting first will be number 15. That is Damian Virel. So Virel is a sophomore. He's started all 14 games. Excuse me, has played 14, has started all 14 of those games, rather. Has taken 47 at-bats, has 11 hits, 9 of them singles, 2 doubles. He's driven in 6, has walked 3 times, and reached on error 5 times, struck out 11 times. He bats .234. Gets on base 28% of the time. So another issue with all this heat, we have to keep the windows closed up here in the press box. You can't really hear anything. So as I'm reading out those stats, I am completely oblivious to anything that is going on in terms of the getting base hits. So do apologize if occasionally I look up and action, such as a base hit or a walk or something like that, has happened as when reading off those stats. Not a sound to be heard. Not even the metal bats hitting the baseballs, as that would usually make a pretty loud and pretty distinct noise. So, 2-2, the pitch. Swung on, put in play. Will it get to the middle infield? Yes, it will. That will be a base hit for Virel. So Virel gets on base. That starts off the game in the way South O'Brien likely would like, with a single to lead off. Ben Woodall now going to bat. Woodall, he is a senior. He's played in all 16 team games, has started all 16, has scored 17 runs, has 12 hits, 3 of them for extra bases, has driven in 2, walked 15 times, has been hit 3 times, and he has struck out 16 times. He bats .308, gets on base 52.6% of the time, and a pickoff gets well away from the first baseman, Ricky Smith, and that now puts Virel on to third. So Virel already in scoring position, and there hasn't even been an additional pitch thrown since he got his single. Pitch going to be inside rather, and that will be a ball. So Virel on third, Woodall with the opportunity to drive in another on the season. Woodall, like I said, he's walked quite a bit, but has struck out just as much, but does get on base quite a bit of the time. That next pitch also going to be inside. That count now goes to 2-0. So it's a 2-0 count on the shortstop, Woodall. Woodall with, like I said, with that good plate discipline, he's not going to bite on anything that isn't in the zone or at least close. That one's going to be low, and the count goes to 3-0. So count now being 3-0. Aiden Bush going to look to avoid the 4-pitch walk if he can. Woodall wants his 16th walk of the season. Woodall gets a strike. That will be strike one. So count goes 3-1. Woodall not even taking the bat off his shoulders this time up, and so far it's paid dividends. That next one, strike. Count goes full. Aiden Bush standing tall out on the mound, and we will see if Aiden Bush can battle back from being down 3-0 in the count and get the strikeout. He throws the pitch. That one outside, ball 4. So Woodall now take his 16th base on balls this season, and that will then turn the batting opportunity to number 22, Mitch Enger. Enger is a senior. He's played and started all 16 team games, has 11 hits, all of them singles, has 8 RBI, has taken 6 free passes, been hit 6 times as well, has struck out 18 times, bats .244, but reaches base 40.4% of the time. So 2 on with Enger. Enger with the opportunity to drive in his 9th on the season at least, if he can put one virtually anywhere on the field, and could possibly even break into the double-digit RBIs if he sends one far enough. Base was stolen by Woodall, so that now puts Woodall on second. So 2 in scoring position. That next pitch inside for ball 2. So 2 runners in scoring position and a solid hitter at the plate. South O'Brien already threatening to score. That one going to be outside, ball 3. So count now 3-1, and Aiden Bush still looking to get the first out of the inning. Has not been ahead in the count at any point this game, I do not believe. And that one hits him, and that will be a walk. Actually, I think that was just ball 4. Thought had caught him, and instead, no. Looks like that was just a very, very close ball. Well, very close to making contact with the batter, ball 4. So that will be the second walk of the game, and the turn now goes to number 4, Gabe Mormon. Mormond is either Mormond or Mormond, either one, but with Mormond. Mormond with all 16 team games started. He's 45 at bats, has scored 8 runs, has 6 hits, all of them singles, 5 RBIs, has taken 9 free passes, has been hit twice, has struck out 21 times. He's on the interstate, a batting average of 133. But he does get on base 30.4% of the time. So someone that has the plate discipline to take walks and does not get very many hits, like I said, on the interstate with his batting average below the Mendoza line. And he's ahead in the count, 2-0. That one can be inside. Count goes to 3-0. So Mormon, if he can reach via a walk, that would then walk in a run. But it would also be the 3rd consecutive walk of the inning for the Wolverines of South O'Brien, as thus far only 1 hit, but 2 walks after that to load the bases. That one's inside, a run scores. So a 4-pitch walk for Aiden Bush, and we'll see what happens here. Don't think it's going to be the end of the line for Bush. And actually it will, rather. So that is the end of the line for Aiden Bush, it looks like. Coming in to pitch, looks like that's going to be center fielder Jack Massbergen. So Jack Massbergen with the swap from center to the pitching mound, as all 3 runners on the base paths are the responsibility of Bush. And this game already going to not help Aiden Bush's ERA, has given up 1 run, but doesn't even have an inning of work to his credit. as it was already a 15.57 ERA. Now with an additional earned run, that's now 7 earned runs on the season, and only 2 2/3 pitched. That will bring his ERA to a level that we can do the math on here real quick. Oh, Jack Masbergen almost ready to get his night on the mound underway. So right now, Aiden Bush's ERA stands at 24.50. The official ERA there after this inning ends, his ERA will be at least at 24.50. First pitch a strike. First pitch a ball. Next pitch a strike. The count goes 1-1 on Riedemann. Riedemann is a sophomore. He has started 15 of the team's 16 games, has 7 hits, 2 for extra bases, has 6 RBI. He's taken 6 free passes, has been hit 3 times, has struck out 25 times. He's on the interstate, a batting average of .175, gets on base 32.7% of the time, however. That pitch high for, that would be ball 2. So count, excuse me, that's ball 3. So count goes to 3-1. 3 ducks on the pond, and the pitch. High, ball 4. And that will drive in another, and that will now make it a 2-0 ball game. So 2-0, no outs here in that says the bottom of the first. I should say the top of. Why is it doing this? And I notice the scoreboard has had a little bit of a malfunction. So it was the bottom of the first. It was the top of the first, and there is the first out. That is a pop out for Fidelki. Fidelki with a pop out to third, so that will be the first out of the inning. Now that we have our technical issues cleared up, I believe they're on the scoreboard. Now turn our attention to, that is Ryan Fuller at the plate. Ryan Fuller is a junior. He started all 16 team games. That first pitch going to be a ball. So Fuller, all 16 team games started. He has 8 hits, all of them singles, has taken 13 free passes, been hit once, has struck out 21 times, bats .216, gets on base 43.1% of the time. That one put in play. Will there be a play? Yes, indeed. And there will be no further play. So that will be the second out of the inning. And that will now give the batting turn to number 7, Willie Conley. Willie Conley is a senior. He has played in 9 games, started 8 of them, has 3 hits, all of them singles, has taken no free passes, but has been hit 4 times, has 9 strikeouts. He's on the interstate batting average below the Mendoza line at .158. He gets on base 30.4% of the time. That first pitch, a strike. And that is I believe it's the first time the HMS pitching staff has been ahead in the count tonight. So, bases loaded, 2 outs, 0-1 count. The pitch. Strike 2, and now HMS just a strike away from getting out of the inning. Pitch. Out high for ball one. Swing and a miss, strike three. And the Hawks finally get out of the inning. They give up 2 runs, both via bases loaded walks. And we will go to the bottom of the first in 1 minute. You are watching Hawk Baseball here.
Every morning, 365 days a year, farmers across this country rise to the task of feeding the world. Ag State understands the challenges and difficulties our livestock producers face. We are producers with you. This is why at Ag State, we produce the superior feed our farmers need at a competitive price. Livestock producers partnered with the feed experts at Ag State can leverage the knowledge gained along with the most up-to-date advice to produce effective improvements to your bottom line. Ag State, helping producers prosper.
And welcome back. If you're just joining us, you missed the top of the first inning as scoreboard still giving us fits here up in the HMS press box here on Full Digital Solutions. Don't know why it's doing that, but like I said, if you're just joining us, one, having just a little bit of issues with the scoreboard for whatever reason, but also two, South O'Brien takes a 2-0 lead, both via bases loaded walks and both the responsibility of Aiden Bush. Aiden Bush, his ERA now stands at 28.00 on the season, with both those runs being earned and his responsibility. Jack Masterbergen took over the pitching duties for Bush, and now Masterbergen is at the plate. Masterbergen is... Take a look at his stats here. Masterbergen is a junior. He's played in all 16 team games. He started all 16 of them, in fact. And he lines one, but it's going to be stolen out of the air by the shortstop. That is Ben Woodall. So Woodall just snatches it out of the air, and Masterbergen is sat down for the first out of the inning. Now bring up number 14, Aiden Bush. Aiden Bush, the lefty. He is now in center. The southpaw, starting on the mound, was pulled before getting an out and was switched to center in favor of Jack Masterbergen. But Aiden Bush stayed in the game at center. His first pitch is a strike. The next one is roped, and that will land, and that will be a base hit. So Aiden Bush gets on base. Aiden Bush, a junior. He's batting .263, and that hit will help his batting average just a little bit. Jacob Cates now at the plate. Jacob Cates, a senior. He's played in 15 team games. I started those 15. Cates drives one, but it's going to be too high, and it will drop. And back-to-back singles. Woo! HMS not even giving me a chance to read out their stats. They're just moving the line along. Lawton Skipoff now at the plate. We'll see how much time I get to read off his stats. He's a sophomore. He's played in 11 team games, started 10 of them. He bats .227, has 5 hits, all of them singles, and has taken 2 free passes, has struck out 7 times. Woo, got his stats in. Lawton Skipoff being just a little bit kind there and giving me a few seconds to get the stats read off before putting one in play. So a line out too short for Masterbergen and back-to-back singles for Bush and Cates now finds us with 2 on, and that one put in play. It will get through, and you'll see the stop sign. Bases are loaded, and the throw is over the catcher's head. That will bring in one. Aiden Bush sees the stop sign. He holds up. Jacob Cates looking back at the center fielder, notices that throw going to be way too high, and he starts booking Aiden Bush. He follows along, and that will be a single and an advancement on the throw for Lawton Skipoff. So 2-1 in scoring position. There is one out, and now you have Blake Mendering at the plate. Mendering will foul one back. Mendering's a junior. He's played in all 16 team games. He has started all 16. He bats .308, .372 on base percentage. So very good hitter. It's someone you want to see at the plate. If you're HMS in this situation, he has 12 hits, 2 of them for extra bases. He struck out 11 times, has taken 4 free passes. That one going to be low, but no throw down to third. And the count goes to, should be 1-1. Indeed it is. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and of course in the first inning. First base is open for South O'Brien if they need to give it up. Throw down to third, and you have third baseman, that is Gabe Mormond. Mormond making a great play to save the throw down from going to the outfield, which would have brought in at least 1. So Mormond with a great play to save at least a run there. Count goes to 2-1. That one's going to be low, but catches the zone. Count goes 2-2. So Jacob Cates over there on third. Cates is not afraid to run if he has to. Cates, as a catcher, knows how to read catchers well and doesn't allow himself to be tricked. Like I said, partially because he is a catcher himself. And Blake Mendering strikes out, so that will be the second out of the inning. And Grant Koonsman will now step up to the plate. Grant Koonsman, a freshman, he's played in all 16 team games. He started all 16. That one gets through the middle infield. Koonsman is going to drive in 1 and only 1. And that will make it a tie ball game as you have Lon Skipoff caught advancing to home. So we will be back in 1 minute. You are watching Hawk Baseball here on Fully Digital Solutions.
At Century Mutual, we're always focused on dedicated, personalized service for you, serving customers in 27 Northwest Iowa counties for over 130 years. As a proud Grinnell Mutual member insurance company, we'll be there when you need us most, helping protect all that's important to you, including your future. With Grinnell Mutual, you can trust in tomorrow. Contact your local Century Mutual Insurance Association agent today, located in more than 50 local communities. Trust in tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company.
I mean, he reached safely.
This is for the. Oh, it feels so good in here. Good, doesn't it?
Elgersma Agency in Sanborn, real estate and insurance. For 40 years, Elgersma Agency has been helping clients sell homes, businesses, farms, and more. Using strategic marketing, your for sale will turn into sale pending soon. Elgersma Agency is proud to be a part of the HMS community and supports the Hawks all season, on and off the field and court. Contact Elgersma Agency when you're ready to sell. Visit us online at elgersmaagency.com.
And welcome back if you're just joining us. You've missed quite a bit, admittedly. We're here in the top of the second inning. You have South O'Brien versus HMS. The score is 2-2, and South O'Brien scored both their runs via bases loaded walks, and HMS took a little bit more of a traditional route, and instead they scored their 2 runs on 2 singles with almost a third run scoring. However, you had Lawton Skipoff he was tagged out, advancing to home. So here in the top of the second, the batting order not going to turn over for South O'Brien with this batter, but it will turn over this inning. Now batting number 17, Jaden Kreber. Kreber is the left fielder. That first pitch, he swings, misses. Jaden Kreber is a sophomore. He's played in all 16 team games. In fact, he started all 16 as well. He has 8 hits, 2 of them for extra bases, a double and a triple. He has 11 RBI, has taken 3 free passes, been hit 3 times, has struck out 18 times. He bats .211, gets on base 31.8% of the time. So count is 0-2 for Kreber. Kreber going to look to avoid the strikeout here. However, Mastbergen wants to get that strikeout. He swings. That one roped into right field, and that will be a single for Kreber. So that will now allow the batting order to turn over. Damian Virel. He singled his first time up. So Virel with the opportunity to get his second hit of the night if he can indeed do so. Did single, like I said, his first time up, and indeed that was actually South O'Brien's only hit until just then, with Kreber getting his single. So South O'Brien, very, very few hits, at least on this stage of the game, although HMS only has 2 more than they do. But South O'Brien with 2 runs, only 2 hits on the night, doing a lot of their work with the plate discipline. The throw down to first gets past Ricky Smith. The base runners will go to second and third respectively. And that now puts 2 in scoring position with nobody out for the Wolverines. That will go down as an E1. So Ben Woodall now going to step up to the plate. Woodall, he walked his first time up. And we will see if he can draw another walk, if he can get a base hit, or if HMS can get the first out of the inning. The pitch. High for ball 1. Oh, that one's going to hit him, and that will be a hit by pitch. Ben Woodall having I would say, a pretty easy night at the plate. He walked and now has been hit by a pitch, although the hit by pitch probably not the best way to get on base in terms of ways you probably want to find yourself on base. That'll bring up Mitch Enger. Enger sees the pitch. That one catches zone for strike 1. So HMS pitching staff thus far has not gotten ahead in the count very much, but when they do, they certainly are making the most of it, as if memory serves, the only other time they got ahead in the count, they have been out. So HMS has never faltered from getting ahead in the count, and especially now with 2 strikes, we'll see if that can be the second strikeout. A swing and a miss. That will be the second strikeout. So like I said, HMS, when they get ahead in the count, they make the most of it. They have gotten ahead in the count, by my count, 3 separate times, and those 3 times have all led to outs. I'm going to bring up Gabe Mormond. See the first pitch. That one going to be well inside for ball 1. HMS, when they get behind in the count, has given up a lot of walks and hits tonight. So it's looking like that first pitch of the at-bat really sets the tone for South O'Brien and HMS when South O'Brien is at the plate. Next pitch is a strike, so count goes to 1-1, and bases are still loaded for South O'Brien. The pitch swung on and missed, strike 2. So Mastbergen making the best of his opportunity to pitch. Likely was not expecting to be called upon in the first inning, but got the 3 outs of the inning with admittedly minimal damage. And since then has stood tall, has a lot of the bases to get loaded, but has not really faltered as that's now his 3rd strikeout of the night. And now 2 outs. HMS looking to have a much better second inning than first inning on defense. That will now turn the turn over to Brady Riedemann. So Riedemann getting a turn at the plate. And he walked his first time up and does get an RBI credit for that walk. That first pitch going to be high and inside for ball 1. Riedemann ducked down to avoid getting hit by the pitch. That one to catch his own, first strike 1. So count goes to 1-1. HMS with 2 outs. South O'Brien with the bases loaded. This at bat going to play a crucial role in deciding who controls this game going forward, as both teams pretty much deadlocked for control of the pitch. Inside for ball 2. The pitch. Gonna catch the zone. First strike 2. You had Riedemann ducking down, thinking the pitch was going to be inside. Pitch instead just caught the zone, and deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and of course 2 outs. And as always, here in the second inning, the pitch. That one going to be inside for ball 3. So South O'Brien likely moving on contact. HMS going to hope that they hear their catcher's mitt. Make contact with the ball, and umpire calls strike 3. South O'Brien moving, that will be ball 4. And runners will advance safely on that walk, and that will now bring in another. So Riedemann has walked twice. I don't think he's even made contact with the ball. And he has 2 RBI, so that's a pretty good night at the plate for Riedemann thus far with 2 RBI, and he hasn't had to do all that much. Has gotten to take 2 free passes. That one put in play by Fidelki. Fidelki will drive in 2. And that will now make it 5-2 as runners now occupy first and second. Fidelki with a solid single. And that will now give the turn to Ryan Fuller. Ryan Fuller lined out to right his first time up. So Fuller, that pitch gets away from Cates. Cates runs back to the backstop, and runners will advance to second and third respectfully. That one well inside for, that is ball 2. So Mastbergen controlled the first part of this inning, has lagged behind just a little bit, and he now will throw a pitch. That one will be strike 1, swung on and missed. So Mastbergen looking to get out of the inning if he can. He's already given up 3 runs this inning. That next pitch swung on and missed, strike 2. You just need 1 more strike if you're HMS to get out of this inning. HMS, like I said, did give up those 2 runs in the first inning, but they got them back. And now they have followed up that effort by giving up 3 runs And that one fouled off to keep it 2-2. South O'Brien certainly needing to not let up. Obviously, HMS has shown that they can come back in this game. And that pitch, thought it was going to be strike 3, and the inning umpire says that is ball 3, and the count goes full. Like I said, like I was saying, if you're South O'Brien, probably can't let up too much. HMS has shown that they are capable of making a comeback, and that will be a walk for Fuller. So Fuller gets on base for the first time tonight. So bases are full, and that will now give it to Willie Connolly. Connolly now going to get a turn to take his second at bat. He struck out his first time up to end the first inning. He swings. That one's fouled into the catcher's mitt, and that will be strike 1. So it's a 0-1 count, 2 outs. Swung on. That one's in the air. Will stay in play, but will not be fielded in time by Cates. And that is strike 3. So the Hawks finally get out of the inning. And we will go to the bottom of the second. We'll see if the Hawks can have a response to the 3-run inning by the Wolverines, or if South O'Brien will continue to lead this game. We will see in just 1 minute. You're watching Hawk Baseball.
Welcome to your exclusive presentation of Hartley-Melvin-Sanborn Hawk Athletics on Fuller Digital Solutions. Now we begin our live coverage and hope you enjoy the broadcast.
Introducing the robust workhorse from Holstein Manufacturing, the HFAB Ultra Tilt Bed Trailer.
Whether you are hauling heavy equipment or delivering precious cargo, our tilt bed trailers, ranging from 20 to 28 feet in length, are engineered with strength and designed to handle it with ease. Forget the hassles of ramps. They're built to tilt. Tilt bed trailers at Holstein Manufacturing.
Holstein Manufacturing.
And online at holsteinmfg.com.
And welcome back. If you just joined us, you've missed the entire first inning and the top of the second, as South O'Brien leading 5-2 in this one. After the first inning, both teams were tied at 2 apiece. However, South O'Brien with a 3-run top of the second, they have taken the lead back. Due up this inning on Ricky Smith, Brody Mendering, and Aiden Espelin for the Hawks. Ricky Smith, the first baseman, Brody Mendering, the second baseman, and Aiden Espelin, the left fielder. Ooh. And the inning just about to get underway, as Ricky Smith will step up into the batter's box. Ricky Smith, take a look at his stats. He is a sophomore. He's played and started all 16 team games. Has 8 hits, 1 of them for extra bases, has 5 RBIs, taken 3 free passes, been hit 2 times, has 9 strikeouts. He bats .235, gets on base a third of the time. So Ricky Smith sees the first pitch, and it's a ball. So ball 1 for Ricky Smith. Smith, like I said, with a few free passes on the season. He swings, fouls that one off. That will make the count 1-1. Smith will see the pitch. That one going to be low and outside for ball 2. So Smith showing some good plate discipline, not chasing anything out of the zone. That one going to be inside for ball 3. So Ricky Smith now just a pitch away from taking his 4th free pass of the season. Ricky Smith, once again, has only taken that bat off his shoulder one time, and that was to foul off a pitch. Otherwise, Ricky Smith not chasing anything. That one going to catch the zone. Count goes full. So Ricky Smith and Trevor Fidelke battling to see who's going to win this duel. That one going to be inside, and it will be Ricky Smith who wins, as he will take the walk. So Ricky Smith now going to occupy first base. And we'll give the batting order. I'm give the batting turn to Brody Mendering. The batting order, he said, moving along. Going to Brody Mendering. Mendering, the second baseman. He, talking off his stats, he drives one to shallow center, and that will be a single, but will allow Ricky Smith to advance to second. So Brody Mendering, now you give me a chance to read off his stats, as Mendering only had 4 hits, and that will be his 5th of the season. So Mendering batting average going to go up just a little bit from the 235 he had before. Now at the plate is number 1, Aiden Esplin. He's a senior. He's played and started all 16 team games, has 3 hits, all of them singles. He bats below the Mendoza line at 150, but gets on base 29.2% of the time. He struck out 12 times, has taken 3 free passes, been hit once. So Esplin behind in the count, 0-1. First pitch. Sorry, second pitch. The next pitch is a strike, so that will make it 0-2. So Hawks with 1 in scoring position. Nobody out, in Aiden Esplin, if he can avoid some kind of odd triple play, Aiden Esplin will have the batting order turn over after he is done, and that will be a swinging strike to make it a strikeout. So that is the the second strikeout of the game for the Hawks. And now Jack Mastbergen will get to take his second at bat. He lined out his first time up. That first pitch is a strike right down the middle. So first pitch strike. And the next pitch fouled back for strike 2. And that one will be caught by the center fielder, and that will allow Ricky Smith to advance. He is safe. So now runners at the corner, 2 out, as Jack Mastbergen flies out to the center fielder. Now Aiden Bush will take his second at bat. He singled his first time up. So Aiden Bush with the single. Yeah. Yes. 2 outs in the inning. Runners, like I said, runners at the corners. Throw down to second, maybe. And no, I should be a throw down to third. Although second now going to be stolen by Brody Mendering. So Brody Mendering going to advance on the throw. Should not go down as a stolen base. And that next pitch, a swung on and missed for strike 2. So South O'Brien just a strike away from getting out of the inning. Hawks, though, a well-placed hit could drive in two. And it's all up to Aiden Bush. Aiden Bush, no batting gloves. So back to the traditional days. And that one catches the zone for strike three. HMS goes down without clawing back into South O'Brien's lead. And we will see if South O'Brien can extend their lead. In 1 minute, you are watching Hawk Baseball on Fuller.
I would recommend anyone looking for employment to come here just due to the fact that we offer a warm environment. The difference in departments that the CMHI and CUSO also offer give you a wide variety of job opportunities.
Some of the benefits I appreciate are the IPERS and the paid time off.
Dental, health, vision insurance.
I would recommend that you consider a career here because of the team atmosphere.
Because you can make a difference in people's lives, and you can make a difference in the world.
I chose NCC because their electrical program is absolutely incredible. Semester to semester, I never had to worry about if I was in the right classes or if I was on the right track, because they make sure you are set on the right track. All you have to do is try.
The heavy equipment program at NCC is the only heavy equipment program in the state of Iowa that actually teaches kids how to run large industrial equipment and get them out on the job site. We'd really like you to come take a visit. It'd be nice to meet you.
And welcome back. If you're just joining us, you missed the entirety of the first two innings here in Hartley, Iowa. South O'Brien leading 5-2 as they scored two in the first. HMS answered back with 2 runs of their own, and South O'Brien scored 3. And in the bottom of the second, HMS did not have a response. The first pitch of the inning for Kreber is sent, and it will be a double for Kreber. So Kreber starting off the inning with a double. He did not get to bat in the first inning. The only batter to do so, only batter not to do so in the first inning for South O'Brien. So he led off the second, and now he leads off the third with a double. And the batting order will now turn over. So South O'Brien already with a runner in scoring position. Nobody out. That one down the line. It will get past Ricky Smith. That will be a run scored for sure, and that will be a double. So, Virel doubles, gets an RBI, and South O'Brien going to extend their lead. And Coach Dawson Skipoff will go out and have a talk with his pitcher and see if there's anything that he can do for Mastbergen. And it's possible that might be the end of the line for Mastbergen, as Jacob Cates looks like he's ran out there to the huddle. So I guess we will see if there's a good amount of defensive switches. Looks like there might be the entirety of the outfield moving in slightly, and we will see what comes of this. It looks like Jacob Cates is going to take over pitching duties. So that is indeed Aiden Esplin. It looks like Aiden Esplin. It is indeed Aiden Esplin. Will be subbed out of the game. And this is going to be a interesting time to figure out all the defensive switches. So we know Jacob Cates is out on the mound, and we'll just take a commercial break, and we will come back with the solved defensive switches here in just a moment. You are watching Hockey.
Our students are very prepared to take care of patients at clinical and within the simulation department. They're also very prepared once they've graduated to go out as a novice nurse and take care of patients within their employment.
In the end, it takes all of us to help our communities out, and whether that's on a volunteer basis or on a career field, our communities need you as an EMT or a paramedic, and you can get started with that path right here at NCC right now.
So we welcome you to come to NCC and be a part of the engineering design tech programs, and find your passion for a career choice in manufacturing in Northwest Iowa.
The instructors here are amazing. I mean, Ken, have a question, he'll be doing something with another student. Yeah, what do you need? 3 instructors. I mean, I don't think I can name any other college that has as much one-on-one time as this place, so that in itself is pretty extraordinary.
And welcome back. Said we had some defensive switches and it looked just a little bit complicated. Indeed they were, but only just slightly. So the way that this has transpired is Jacob Cates is now on the mound. So Jacob Cates goes from catcher to pitcher. Jack Mastbergen, who started off the game in center, who then became the pitcher, he is now shifted to left field. And Aiden Esplund has been taken out of the game. Now batting in his place will be Hunter Daggett. Daggett is now catching. So a little bit of a who's who, trying to figure all that out. But eventually we do. Put simply, Aiden Esplund out. Cates switches his place in the battery. Mastbergen fills left field that was previously occupied by Esplund, and Hunter Daggett rounds off the switches by being the other half of the battery with Jacob Cates. So the pitching battery with quite a number of changes, as this is the 4th combination of pitcher and catcher tonight. So you had Ben Woodall at the plate. Woodall made the first out of the inning. So Woodall out. And now brings up Mitch Enger. Enger, he has 1 at-bat to his credit, 2 plate appearances. He did walk earlier, so it is officially 0 for 1. He now fouls 1 off to make it 1-2. So you have Virel at second. You have 1 out on the board. Mitch Enger is at the plate, and he will strike out looking, and that will be the 2nd out of the inning. So that will now bring up Gabe Mormond. Mormond is officially 0 for 1. Did walk earlier. Has a strikeout looking. So Mormond will try to do better those efforts thus far, as also with that strikeout not helping his batting average, and the walk. You don't mind a walk no matter what situation it is. A walk is always beneficial. And the first 2 pitches of the at-bat both fouled off, and Mormond now down 0-2 in the count. Jacob Cates thus far. Jacob Cates thus far being a solid pitcher. He will have that one fouled off. Jacob Cates, taking a look at his pitching stats. Jacob Cates is 1-0. Has pitched 12 2/3. Now it would be 13 1/3 to his credit. And Cates, one of the better pitchers on this pitching staff. And that one's going to get past Ricky Smith. That will bring in 1. Yes, it will. So Ricky Smith has the ball, get past him. So Gabe Mormond does get a single and does get a 2nd RBI on the evening. as the lead now extended to 7-2 in favor of South O'Brien. That'll now bring up Brady Riedemann. Riedemann is officially no at-bats. He has walked his first 2 times up. He fouls one off, and that will be a long foul ball towards some vehicles, but I think it may have landed in a little grassy area. During the JV, speaking of foul balls, during the JV game, a foul ball was miraculously hit over the net and actually hit one of the windows of the press box. So foul ball is a little bit of a danger tonight, with quite a few making their way towards some breakable objects. The pitch gets away from Daggett, and that allows Mormond to advance. Another pitch gets away from Daggett, and Mormond will advance to third now. So count is 2-1. There's a runner 90 feet away from another run, and Jacob Cates needs to just get one more out to end the inning. We'll see if he can get it here. That one, a strike. Count goes to 2-2. So deuces wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Cates, a strike away. He fires. That one catches the zone, and that is the inning. Riedemann strikes out looking, and he is in disbelief. That is the end of the top of the third. We'll be back in 1 minute with the bottom of the third. You are watching Hawk Baseball.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. As members of your community, we get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we're the #1 ag insurer. It's your future. Let's protect it.
In Primgar, your Farm Bureau agent is Danielle Rader.
#1 ag insurer across our 8-state territory. 2018 SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
There may come a time when you or someone you care for may need assistance with their day-to-day lives. Or maybe you're just tired of the home repairs and household upkeeps. Here at Prairie View Campus, our team works together to provide any care assistance needed while doing all those day-to-day chores for you. Whether you choose independent living, assisted living, or a skilled nursing home, Prairie View Campus is here to meet your needs. Come check us out, Prairie View Campus in Sanborn, where excellence is our standard.
And welcome back. If you are just joining us, it is the bottom of the third. HMS trails South O'Brien 7-2, as HMS has allowed at least 2 runs in every inning thus far tonight. Leading off the inning for the Hawks, I believe it is going to be number 11, Ricky Smith. And I am actually incorrect about that. That's instead going to be number 4, Jacob Cates. So Jacob Cates actually leading off the inning, rather. So Cates will be the first one to step up. And he is at the batter's box. He got a single his first time up. So Jacob Cates, the pitcher. And he sees the first pitch. That one is ball 1. So if results hold right now, the 2 pitchers of record are your starters. And obviously it is too early to say whether the pitchers of records at the moment will hold up, but certainly South O'Brien are hoping that they can have their pitcher, Trevor Fidelke, get the win, as Fidelke has pitched very, very well in all 2 innings that he has pitched. Although he did give up those 2 runs in the first inning, he's pitched very well outside of the 2 runs surrendered. So Fidelke's up 1-2 in the count. That one fouled back and into the parking lot. Spooky. Next pitch. driven. That one's going to be too high, and it will not even leave the infield. It will be caught by the shortstop. That is Ben Woodall. So Woodall making the play, and Jacob Cates will be the first out of the inning, as now Lawton Skipoff will get to take his third at-bat. He has, second at-bat rather. His second at-bat, he has a single and an RBI to his credit. His first pitch is swung on and missed. That was a little bit high and inside. He would have held back, likely ball one. Next pitch, low for ball one. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And let's skip off. Looking to extend the hitting total on the season, as already did that earlier with that with the aforementioned single. The pitch catches the zone. That is strike 2. So count is 2-2, and Skipoff needs to protect the plate. Skipoff swings, fouls that one off. That one put in play, but it's going to be the shortstop to the first baseman, so that is Woodall getting it to Enger well in time, and that is a 6-3 ground out. So Blake Mendering now going to step up to the plate. Mendering has a strikeout to his credit, and that is all. Mendering sees the pitch, fouls that one off for strike 1. The pitch. That one's going to be outside for ball 1. So Mendering not taking the bat off his shoulder that time around. And the count goes even at 1-1. 2 outs in the inning. And that one low for ball 2. So Fidelki only on 43 pitches has gotten through 2 2/3 on those 43 pitches. That one swung on and missed. That will be strike 2. So 44 pitches to get through 2 2/3. Fidelki going to look to get through 3 on an even 45. Swing and a miss, but actually it's fouled. So actually a foul ball. Thought Mike Mendering had just swung on and missed. Indeed, he fouled it, and that's an error on my part. A little bit embarrassing. So it stays 2-2. That one's put in play. That one will get through the infield. That will be a base hit. So Blake Mendering goes from fooling me into thinking he had struck out into getting a single, and Blake Mendering will be on first base. And Grant Koonsman will now get to bat. Oh, Koonsman, he got a single earlier and an RBI. And he'll be looking to extend that and a throw down to second well in time. That is the inning. So now the inning is over, and the Hawks go down without advancing a runner past first. We will have the top of the 4th in 1 minute on Fuller Digital Solutions.
There may come a time when you or someone you care for may need assistance with their day-to-day lives. Or maybe you're just tired of the home repairs and household upkeeps. Here at Prairie View Campus, our team works together to provide any care assistance needed while doing all those day-to-day chores for you. Whether you choose independent living, assisted living, or a skilled nursing home, Prairie View Campus is here to meet your needs. Come check us out, Prairie View Campus in Sanborn, where excellence is our standard.
Sanborn Savings Bank, Sanborn's hometown bank since 1899. Because we are your hometown bank, we understand the importance of offering you a wide range of financial services to help you meet your financial goals. We have checking, savings, and certificate of deposit accounts that will help you manage your money. We offer all types of loans for your individual needs. We are always ready to work with you to design a program to meet your financial needs. Sanborn Savings Bank, proud to support the HMS Hawks, member FDIC.
And welcome back. If you're just joining us, you have missed the first 3 innings. It's now the top of the fourth, and between some technical errors and some mistakes on my part, we're having a okay night at the ballpark. As the score is 7-2 here in the top of the fourth, as South O'Brien has led most of the way. In fact, they took a lead in the second inning and have not looked back. First 3 pitches of the at-bat are a ball and 2 strikes. Jacob Cates still out on the mound, as Jacob Cates, he subbed in the previous inning and has been fairly effective getting the necessary outs and preventing runs from coming across, although Mormon did push one across in the previous inning. So Jacob Cates gets a strikeout, and that will be the first out of the inning. He strikes out Trevor Fidelke, the pitching counterpart for South O'Brien. That will now bring up Ryan Fuller. Ryan Fuller has a line out to right and a walk to his credit. And that first pitch going to be a strike. So count goes 0-1 with 1 out. That next pitch also a strike. Count now 0-2. Next pitch. Strike 3, a 3-pitch strikeout. Jacob Cates with a good pitching performance in that at-bat. Gets the 3-pitch strikeout, and Fuller goes down looking. That will now bring up Willie Conley. Conley swings and misses at the first pitch. Actually, foul ball. Umpire and catcher just blocking the view of some of these foul balls just a little bit. All that matters is that it's a strike, so count at 2-1. So 2-1 here, and the next pitch going to be a ball. Count goes to 3-1. So 3-1. Cates, the pitch. Now I'm put in play. It is fielded, but it's an error. And that will go down as an E6 on Koonsman. So Koonsman with the E6. And Willie Conley on first base safely. They'll now bring up Jaden Kreber. Kreber, he has a single and a double to his credit. He led off the second and third innings. It's now the fourth inning, so Kreber has batted in 3 out of the 4 innings here tonight. Advancing down to second is Conley. Conley advances on no throws, so could go down as defensive indifference. And count now 2-1 for Conley. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hawks looking to shut out the Wolverines for the first time this game. The pitch swung on, and that is strike 3. The Hawks shut out the Wolverines for the very first time tonight, and we will go to the bottom of the 4th in 1 minute. You are watching
Savings Bank of Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park has been serving Northwest Iowa for over 125 years, providing personal, hardworking, and friendly service to its customers and community. Savings Bank of Hartley offers personal, ag and business banking, online and mobile banking solutions, along with many lending options. Savings Bank loan officers will sit down and do the hard work to ensure you get exactly what you need. Stop by and see what they can do for you, or visit them online at www.savingsbankia.com. Trustworthy, honest, and hardworking. The same traits that make a great employee make a great bank. For 125 years, Savings Bank of Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park has been going the extra mile providing banking to farms and small businesses in Northwest Iowa. Savings Bank of Hartley prides itself on knowing you, your operation, your goals, and your future plans to help you along the way so you can focus on what you do best. Stop in today or visit them online at savingsbankia.com.
And welcome back, everybody, for just joining us. It is the bottom of the 4th inning, and Ellen O'Brien thus far leading 7-2 over the HMS Hawks. HMS has not scored since the bottom of the 1st inning, and they gave up runs in every inning to South O'Brien up until the top of the 4th. So HMS not in all that much control of the game for most of it, although looks like maybe they are making an attempt to get back in control of the game. That first pitch going to go over Koonsman's head, and Koonsman will see ball 1. So Koonsman did step up to the plate to end the last inning. However, he was not responsible for Blake Mendring being caught stealing, so he will get another chance to bat. The 6-3 in time. That will go down as an E6. So both teams in this 4th inning have an opportunity to make an out at first. Instead, E6 is the result, and a runner being on first. So HMS with a little bit of a bailout there, as Grant Koonsman, I don't think he was going to beat the throw, but the throw just a little bit off, and Koonsman reaches safely and gives HMS a little bit of life. Ricky Smith puts one in play. Will it get through? No, yes! It will not get through, but it will not be fielded, at least not in the way South O'Brien was hoping. And now runners at first and second, HMS with no outs. And they have 2 on with Ricky Smith. He just batted. He reaches on an E5. And that will now bring up Brody Mendering with a single in his earlier at bat. The throw high and inside for ball 1. So the Hawks with back-to-back reaching via errors, and they will look to capitalize on this. That one put in play, and a force out at third will be the first out of the inning, and Brody Mendring will reach on a fielder's choice. That will now bring up Hunter Daggett. He has not batted, as he was substituted in the 3rd inning. So Daggett, going to step up to the plate for the very first time. He is a pretty good hitter. We've seen in some of our earlier games that first pitch going to be a strike. Daggett has started 10 games, has played in 14, has 6 hits, 2 for extra bases. He bats .250, gets on base 35.7% of the time. That one outside for ball 1, throw down to first, not in time. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And Hunter Daggett with an opportunity to make this lead just a little bit slimmer. That next pitch going to be a ball, the umpire says. So the count goes to 2-1. So 2-1 the pitch. Fouled back for strike 2. So Daggett now having to protect the plate with 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's a tough situation to be in because he needs to protect the plate, not strike out. But at the same time, it has to have plate discipline to potentially draw a walk. That one will be ball 3. And the count goes full. So 3-2-1 on the board. And the pitch. Swung on but fouled. And the throw down to third gets away from the third baseman, and this and this is
It was a drop strike. He's gotta go.
and this is a little bit of confusion.
Oh, it might have been. I don't think so, though. Well, maybe it was. Brody might have. So we scored one. Yes.
And that will be an out as first base was occupied, and
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
that is a very confusing situation as the ball was hit. It landed in foul territory, so it should have been dead immediately. Umpire lets it roll into fair territory, and that is just an out because it cannot be a drop third strike because first base was occupied, but a run scored. So a very confusing mess, and it ultimately leads to Hunter Daggett being out, but he does, I believe, get credit for an RBI, I believe, as that run comes in, although I very well could be mistaken. Jack Mastbergen at the plate. I don't know if I've ever seen a situation like that, and I think everyone's just a little bit confused of what was going on. Mastbergen flies out to right. That is the inning. So we will take a short commercial break, have the top of the 5th. You are watching Hawk Baseball on Fuller.
Bisma Graphics in Sanborn, your one-stop sign shop for everything from vehicle wraps, lettering, fleet graphics, signs of all kinds, race car wraps, power sport wraps, banners, logo design, business cards, or even color change vehicle wraps. Everything is done in-house with top-of-the-line equipment. Stefan and Ashley C. Bisma employ an experienced and knowledgeable staff who are ready to work for you. To help get you noticed, visit cbisma-graphics.com. Find us on Facebook or call 712-729-7446.
So, welcome back. We have fulfilled our commercial obligations. So, what that means for everyone at home is that for the rest of the game, we will have one commercial break, and that, of course, was a one commercial break. So, the rest of the way, just one commercial. We fulfilled our commercial obligations. If you are just joining us, it is the top of the 5th. HMS has allowed a run in every inning in South O'Brien with the exception of the 4th inning. And South O'Brien kept HMS quiet for 2 innings, however, gave an additional run in the bottom of the 4th. The run in the bottom of the 4th, a little bit of a confusing situation as you had what appeared to be either a foul ball or a drop third strike. If it was a drop third strike, it landed in foul territory, and Hunter Daggett immediately out due to first base being occupied. Although he did swing at it, so I originally thought it was a foul ball. But umpire says live, a run scores, Hunter Daggett's out, and it was a very confusing situation. Back to live action, the very first pitch of the inning to Virel is lined to center, and that will be the first out of the inning. So Ben Woodall now going to step up to the plate. Woodall has a walk, a hit by pitch, and that is taking his 3 plate appearances and making it just 1 at bat. And in that bat, he was out. So Woodall 0 for 1 officially, although has reached base safely 2 times. Swing and foul, strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Woodall going to look to avoid the strikeout. That would be the 2nd time in a row that he was sat down. He swings, and that is strike 3. So Woodall starts off the inning, starts off the game rather, with back-to-back walk, with a back-to-back walk and then hit by pitch, and since then has gotten out his last 2 times up. Now bring up Mitch Enger. Enger, he walked and has struck out his last 2 times. First pitch is a ball, and count goes to 1-0. Jacob Cates on 42 pitches. He gets a swing and a miss. That will now make it 1-1. Cates came in the middle of the 3rd inning, and so with a few outs to his credit on 44 pitches now, has done quite well to keep South O'Brien quiet. I believe Cates has only given up 1 run. I'm not entirely sure that 1 run will even go to his ERA. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So deuce is wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and Cates just a pitch away from getting out of the inning. The pitch, strike 3. That is the inning. So HMS has made South O'Brien very, very quiet in these last few innings, and we will see if HMS can battle back and reduce this lead in just 1 minute. You are watching Hawk Baseball on Fuller.
Every morning, 365 days a year, farmers across this country rise to the task of feeding the world. Ag State understands the challenges and difficulties our livestock producers face. We are producers with you. This is why at Ag State, we produce the superior feed our farmers need at a competitive price. Livestock producers partnered with the feed experts at Ag State can leverage the knowledge gained along with the most up-to-date advice to produce effective improvements to your bottom line. Ag State, helping producers prosper.
So it is the bottom of the 5th. If you're just joining us, have missed the entirety of the first 4 innings and then the top of the 5th, as South O'Brien does lead 7-3. However, South O'Brien scored in the first 4 innings, and since then they have not scored. Actually, they scored in the first 3 innings rather, and since then have not scored. On the HMS front, they scored 2 in the first inning, did not score in the 2nd or 3rd, did push 1 across in the 4th, and now we'll have an opportunity to take more swings here in the 5th and make this game just a little bit closer. At the plate and due up, I believe, is Aiden Bush. And it is indeed Aiden Bush. So Aiden Bush at the plate for the 3rd time. Aiden Bush started off the game as a pitcher, moved to center before getting an out on the mound, and in the batter's box he has a single and a strikeout to his credit. So 1 for 2, and Bush now with a 1-1 count to work with. No change out on the mound for South O'Brien. The pitch, that one inside for ball 2. Memory serves me correctly, I believe Aiden Bush is the only lefty on HMS's batting order, and might just be the only lefty in the game as well, as I don't remember really anyone else standing in that right-handed batter's box this evening. So count is 2-2. Bush sees the pitch. That one swung on and fouled back. And over the bleachers it goes. So we'll do the 2-2 again. Aiden Bush has played in limited games this season, but in those limited games has amassed some good stats, and count now goes full. Aiden Bush, in his limited time getting to play, only 7 games. He has 5 hits, and he bats .263, gets on base 30% of the time. So a good hitter, and showing it there, possibly. And no, that will be a 6-3 ground out. So Aiden Bush now 1 for 3 on the day, as Jacob Cates will now step into the batter's box. He is 1 for 2 as well. Cates, he singled and then in his first at bat, and then popped out in his second at bat. We will see if Cates can do anything here. The first pitch swung on and driven, but that one is a foul. So Jacob Cates taking a hearty hack at it, and it was going down the line, but it hooks foul, and it's nothing more than just a long strike. Cates checks his swing, and that will go down as a passed ball. Umpire in the field says he did not go. So 1-1 now is the count. There's 1 out. Cates takes a hearty hack at it, loses his bat, and he hits the umpire. So Jacob Cates going to need a little bit more batting tape on there, a little bit more. What's a popular brand of batting tape? Lizard skin. There you go. Needs a little bit more lizard skin tape on that bat. Just takes a hearty hack at it and just loses his grip and smokes the umpire. Everyone's all right though. So we're back underway just here momentarily. And Coach Joshua Skip-Off, of course, doing the right thing, just checking on the umpire, and obviously not too fun catching a metal bat even with that mask on. The next pitch is a strike. That is strike 3. Jacob Cates cannot believe it. So Jacob Cates goes down on strikes looking. And now Lawton Skip-Off will step up to the plate. Lawton Skip-Off has a single and a 6-3 ground out to his credit. He does also have an RBI. Skip-Off, we'll see the pitch. That one put in play. It will get through the infield, and that will be a base hit. A base hit there for the Hawks, and that will now bring up Blake Mendering. Mendering has a strikeout and a single with a caught stealing to his credit. The pitch gets away, and Skip-Off not going to advance as pitch got away and likely could have gone, but chose to play it safe and will remain at first. 2 outs. Obviously, you don't want to end the inning by getting thrown out. So, gotta say, I do kind of agree with that decision. The pitch, that one gets away, and Skip-Off will go this time, and that will be advancing on a passed ball. Skip-Off could have been on third had he gone on that previous pass ball, but chose to play it safe the first time around. Next time around, lives a little bit more dangerously and advances now into scoring position with Blake Mendering still at the plate. Mendering has seen 2 pitches. Both of them are balls, and all those 2 passed balls, and that next pitch was a strike. So 2-1, 2 outs, runner on second. It is the bottom of the 5th. And the Hawks need to capitalize on this opportunity if they want to get back in the game. The pitch swung on and missed, strike 2. So deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And Blake Mendering has the weight of the world on his shoulders as he is responsible for keeping this inning going. Oh, the pitch. High for ball 3. Well, 3-2, 2 outs. The pitch swung on, fouled off. That is keep it 3-2. It's gonna keep it 3-2, and Blake Mendering there's an opportunity to continue the inning. He hits one. That one gonna get to the outfield, and it will be caught. That is the inning. So the inning ends a little bit anticlimactically as Blake Mendering flies out to center, and that will be the inning. We will be back in 30 seconds. You are watching Hawk Baseball on Fuller. And welcome back if you're just joining us. It is the top of the 6th. And South O'Brien currently leading 7-3. If you're just watching from home, cannot blame you. It is 8:55. 8:55. Almost 9 o'clock at night. And it is 90 degrees outside and it feels like 101. Yeah, it's very, very hot out there. And so if you're watching from home, we do not blame you one bit, as 101 degrees feel like temperature at 9 o'clock at night. That is quite the anomaly. There's the word I'm looking for. The first pitch is a ball. At the plate is Gabe Mormond. Mormond has a walk, a strikeout, and a single and 2 RBI to his credit. And as I say that, he singles again. So that will be the second single of the game for Mormond. And that will now bring up Brady Riedemann. Riedemann has a walk, that's 2 walks and a strikeout to his credit. So 2 walks, 2 RBI, and a strikeout to his credit tonight. And that first pitch fouled off for strike 1. So, for strike 1, and Riedemann, not going to sit idly by, is going to be active in this at-bat. He puts one in play to dribble to the pitcher, and that will be an out at first. Will be 2 outs at no. Runner advances safely to third. So that will go down as a 1-3 ground out, and Mormon advancing on that. And now that will bring up Fidelki. Fidelki, the pitcher for the Wolverines. That first pitch he's going to see is a strike. Next pitch also going to be a strike, and it's now 0-2. The Wolverines have been shut out from scoring the last 2 innings back-to-back. And Hawks threatening to do that to him again. Count now 1-2. Cates winds and fires. That one going to get away, but stays close enough that there will not be any attempt to run home. Count now 2-2. Cates just a strike away from getting done with this at bat and going to the next one. Cates fires. That one put in play. Fouled off. Stays 2-2. Cates started off the inning with back-to-back strikes, then threw back-to-back balls, and now has one fouled off. Cates looks like he's just falling in and out of rhythm sometimes. That one going to get away. Will stay close enough that there will be no attempted break to the plate. Count goes full. So 3-2, 1 out. Scoreboard saying 3-2-1. And the pitch will be strike 3. That is the second out of the inning. So Ryan Fuller now going to step up. He lined out, walked, and has struck out. So he officially is 0 for 2, although has reached safely. And that first pitch of the at-bat going to be a strike. The next pitch swung on and missed, also a strike. Count goes 0-2. Can Cates continue to stay in his rhythm and get the inning ender here? Next pitch going to be a ball. The Cates just sometimes feels like he is falling in and out of pitching rhythm, as he'll get back-to-back strikes and then he'll throw back-to-back balls, and then it's a little bit of struggle the rest of the at-bat. As I say that, he throws back-to-back strikes, then back-to-back balls, but gets a swing and a miss, strike 3, and Ryan Fuller goes down on strikes. So that is the inning. South O'Brien pushed across runs in the first 3 innings. They have not scored in the last 3 innings. HMS has pushed runs across in the first and the fourth. We'll see if HMS can push some runs across here in the 6th. In 30 seconds, you are watching Fuller Digital Solutions.
At Century Mutual, we're always focused on dedicated, personalized service for you, serving customers in 27 Northwest Iowa counties for over 130 years. As a proud Grinnell Mutual member insurance company, we'll be there when you need us most, helping protect all that's important to you, including your future. With Grinnell Mutual, you can trust in tomorrow. Contact your local Century Mutual Insurance Association agent today, located in more than 50 local communities. Trust in tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company.
And welcome back. If you're just joining us, it is the bottom of the 6th. You missed the first 5 innings, and top of the 6th. Let's recap you on everything that's happened thus far. South O'Brien leading 7-3. South O'Brien scored 2 runs in the first, 3 runs in the second, 2 runs in the third to get to their 7. HMS responded in the first inning with 2 runs of their own. However, were shut down the next 2 innings. Did push one across there in the 4th, but having shut down in the 5th inning, they will see if they can push one across here. Like I said earlier, it's very, very hot out there, and now we are in the 9 o'clock hour. It's 90 degrees outside. It feels like 101. Up here in the press box, it's a nice 68 degrees. So certainly a tale of 2 temperatures between what's happening in the press box and happening outside, as a difference of 33 degrees between in here versus outside. First pitch is a ball. At the plate is number 22, Grant Koonsman. Koonsman puts one in play. That one will get through, and that will be a base hit. Ricky Smith now stepping up to the plate. He has a walk and an E5. So officially he's 0 for 1, but did reach safely on that walk. I think for HMS, the sentiment is you have to score here, as scoring here keeps the hopes alive, especially if you can shut down South O'Brien in top of the 7th. You push it across a run or 2 here, you'll be a lot closer to having a breakout inning there in the bottom of the 7th, or you can even have a breakout inning here in the bottom of the 6th. But you got to score here. I think that's going to be the sentiment of HMS, not only in the dugout, but also across the bleachers. The pitch, that one, when you get away, that will be ball 2. So 84 pitches for Fidelki. He has worked 5 innings and with 84 pitches, you got to think he's probably reaching the end of his allowance, as he is going to have to rest a few days after this one. The pitch swung on and missed, strike 1. So, still very much light outside, and although the stadium lights are turned on, and that pitch going to get away. Obviously is now just into the first few days of summer. Summer solstice was on Friday. It's now 4 days into summer, and we are seeing some later times for sunsets, with sunset due in just about 1 minute. Counts 3-1. Count is now irrelevant. That's ball 4. So Ricky Smith going to take his base, and we have 2 on, no out, and HMS is going to look to capitalize on this, as that looks like that might be the end of Fidelki on the mound. If it is indeed, we'll have to see who would be next man up, as Brody Mendering is due up, and it is possible that South O'Brien rather, will just keep Fidelki out there on the mound, although I'm going to say probably not all that likely. And will we see a brand new pitcher? Indeed we will. So the pitching duty is now going to go to number 8. That is Ryan Fuller. Ryan Fuller, the second baseman, or at least he was the second baseman, he is now on the mound. I assume that you're going to have Fidelki swap to second in his stead, and if so, that's a pretty easy defensive switch to visualize, with Ryan Fuller stepping out onto the mound. Ryan Fuller, he's pitched in 7 games, has started 2 games, has pitched 21 in the third. Opponents hit 290 off of him. He's given up 27 hits, 36 runs, 21 of them earned, has walked 25, has hit 9, has struck out 16, pitches to the tune of a 6.89 ERA, has a whip of 2.44. So we will let him warm up, and we will just keep it here on Fuller Digital Solutions. Won't go to ad break just in case the game gets going a little bit sooner than we expect. And as I say that, the game gets back going, so it's a good thing we did not go to any kind of commercial there. So a pitcher that is and actually take the back. They're not going to go quite yet, and a few more warm-up pitches actually. So a pitcher now on the mound for South O'Brien that isn't as, I would say, intimidating. I think maybe is the word to use there, as Fidelki. Fidelki, lights out pitcher. I mean, opponents don't hit very well off of him. He gives up very few runs. This pitcher, Ryan Fuller, opponents just hitting a little bit better off him. He gives up a few more runs, and HMS, I think probably going to try to capitalize on that if they can. Of course, Ryan Fuller, all he needs to do is just get 6 outs, and that will be his team winning the game. But HMS, I think maybe a little bit happy that they can get Fidelki off of the mound there. First pitch is a ball. The next pitch also a ball. Count is 2-0. That next pitch also a ball. 3-0. So Ryan Fuller, first 3 pitches, all balls, and Brody Mendering hoping that he can draw that 4-pitch walk. That one, ball 4, bases go loaded. There is nobody out. HMS now stand in a very enviable position as they have the bases loaded. They have nobody out, and even if Hunter Daggett cannot get the job done here, you're going to have the top of the order step up, and there is a strong possibility that HMS is going to break this game open here in the inning, as they have surely set themselves up for that kind of success. The pitch outside for ball 1. So South O'Brien walked in 2 runs in the first inning. HMS has an opportunity to potentially walk in a run here if Hunter Daggett can show some plate discipline. So far he has, with 2 pitches, both well outside. He didn't even take a second think about taking a swing at him. Said not this time on both of them. So Hunter Daggett, we'll see that next pitch. That one almost hits him. Ball 3. So the 7 pitches there for Fuller. All 7 pitches are balls. Fuller yet to find the strike zone here tonight. Fuller winds and fires. That one put in play. And it will be caught. And everybody will get back in time. And Fuller gets the first out of the inning as Hunter Daggett lines out to right. And Jack Mastbergen will step into the plate now. Mastbergen has a line out, a fly out, and a line out to his credit. Mastbergen yet to reach safely. First pitch of the at-bat is going to be a ball, and count is 1-0 with bases loaded, 1 out. Next pitch inside for ball 2. So now with ball 2, and this at-bat starting out very similar to how the other at-bats this inning have, with HMS batters getting ahead in the count. That one put in play but fouled up. It will be caught, and even though it is caught, you have Koonsman tagging up, and he will score. So that will be a sac fly for Mastbergen, and that will bring in a run for the Hawks. So the Hawks now only trail by 3. They now have Aiden Bush stepping up. Bush is 1 for 3 on the night. Bush, the lefty, with 2 on and 2 out. If he can reach safely, that would then bring up Jacob Cates. The pitch. That one put in play, but will it drop? No, it will not. That is the inning. So you have South O'Brien getting off on a little bit of a rocky start. They switch pitchers. Ryan Fuller gets off to a little bit of a rocky start himself, but he stands tall, and Fuller gets 3 outs and only gives up 1 run in the process. So South O'Brien still lead by 3 runs. We will see if they can add to the lead in the 7th inning, or if HMS can shut them down and set up a crucial winner-take-all bottom of the 7th. And we will see what will happen. This is going to be an exciting 7th inning. I can tell you that for sure, folks. Keep it here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Elgersma Agency in Sanborn, real estate and insurance. For 40 years, Elgersma Agency has been helping clients sell homes, businesses, farms, and more. Using strategic marketing, your for sale will turn into sale pending soon. Elgersma Agency is proud to be a part of the HMS community and supports the Hawks all season, on and off the field and court. Contact Elgersma Agency when you're ready to sell. Visit us online at elgersmaagency.com.
And welcome back. If you just joined us, you've joined us at a mighty fine time. It is the 7th inning. This game is separated by just 3 runs, and South O'Brien or HMS are going to have a 7th inning to remember, as HMS can shut down South O'Brien, have a little bit of an offensive clinic in the bottom half of this inning. They can win this game. If South O'Brien can shut down HMS, then they will take a win and a season sweep. As I mentioned, that the at-bat comes to an end with Willie Conley grounding out for 3. That will now bring up Jaden Krieber. So Krieber at the plate. He is down 0-2 in the count already. It was 0-2, and I've got to switch the innings. There we are. So it's 0-2, and swing and a miss, strike 3. This inning has progressed very rapidly, as 2 are out already for South O'Brien, and that pitch going to get away for ball 1. That allows the batter to turn over. HMS now just out away from getting out of this inning, and they have some momentum in the batter's boxes to push across a few runs. HMS has not pushed across multiple runs in a single inning since the first, but they have shown quite some momentum, as that is going to be a triple. That is a triple. Damian Virel hits a triple to extend this inning. And Virel, the sophomore, that is his first triple of the season. And he is a very, very fast runner. So I think as soon as that got to the outfield, that was almost certainly extra bases. And Virel sees the pass ball, takes the opportunity. He comes in to score safely. Virel, with a swing of the bat and a pass ball, gets all the way around to extend this South O'Brien lead. And I said HMS had a great start to the inning. That might knock the wind out of their sails just a little bit. Ben Woodall still at the plate. He swings, he misses. That's strike 1. So Woodall with that 1-1 count. There's 2 outs, nobody on the base path. Woodall, if he wants to add a run to the scoreboard, he's going to have to do it all by himself. Next pitch, a passed ball. That is ball 2. Taking a look at South O'Brien's team statistics, they do not have a single home run. So if Woodall wants to add a 9th run to the board here, he's going to have to do something South O'Brien has not been able to do yet this season, and that is put one over the fence. He sees the next pitch. That one is a strike. The count goes 2-2. Deuce is wild. That one inside. Ball gets away. Count goes full. South O'Brien looking for that season sweep. They did win 6-5 earlier in the season on May 28th. They've controlled this game for much of the night. In fact, they have led the entire way with the exception of the first inning. And that is the end of the inning. That is strike 3. So Woodall goes down on strikes, and we will go to the all-important bottom of the 7th, and we will see if HMS can get the win or if South O'Brien can get the season sweep. Keep it.
Every morning, 365 days a year, farmers across this country rise to the task of feeding the world. Ag State understands the challenges and difficulties our livestock producers face. We are producers with you. This is why at Ag State, we produce the superior feed our farmers need at a competitive price. Livestock producers partnered with the feed experts at Ag State can leverage the knowledge gained along with the most up-to-date advice to produce effective improvements to your bottom line. Ag State, helping producers prosper.
So we're going to have a brand new pitcher here for South O'Brien. It is going to be number 22, Mitch Enger. Take a look at his stats. He's a senior. He's pitched in 5 innings. Opponents hit 158 off of him. He's given up 8 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned. He has an ERA of 8.40 and a WHIP of 1.80. So HMS down by 4 runs, but they can certainly extend this game. All they would have to do is just score 4 runs. They haven't gotten that many runs in any inning this game, but they have certainly played very, very well in these last few innings, and they do have the momentum to do such a task. All they need is just a little bit of luck. That's really all they need. Looking back to last season, it was a year ago on Wednesday, so June 26th of last year, that these two teams faced off. It was a doubleheader in which these two teams had their season series, and it was actually at South O'Brien. HMS sweeped that. I was looking to see when the last time anybody in the series had swept their opponent, and as it turns out, don't have to look all that far, only had to look to last year. At the plate is going to be Jacob Cates. Jacob Cates is 1 for 3 on the evening. Cates, we'll see the pitch. That one outside, ball 1. So Enger taking his time in between pitches. Don't blame him. Break the batter's rhythm. That one's going to be inside. So 2-0. That one going to be outside, just a bit outside, and that is ball 3. So Kate's going to look for a 4-pitch walk here. And Enger going to look to at least just get 1 strike to his credit. Cates going to show bunt. That one in the dirt, and that is ball 4. Cates takes a lead-off walk. And Lawton Skip-Off. Dawson Skip-Off, the head coach, his brother at the plate. Lawton Skip-Off not going to win the game here, but he can certainly help the effort. If he can just get on base, he can help the effort. I think every single time HMS avoids making out and puts somebody on base, their chances of winning this game are going to go up because they have a lot of momentum in the batter's box, and as I mentioned, that's going to be a long fly out for Lawton Skip-Off. So that's going to be the first out of the inning. That will then bring up Blake Mendering. Blake Mendering at the plate. He is 1 for 3 as well. So a lot of 1 for 3 on the day for HMS in this batting order. That first pitch going to be a ball. Mendering, if he can avoid the double play, the inning will keep going. The pitch going to be low for ball 2. As it stands now, Ricky Smith, who is the one standing in the dugout waiting to go to the on-deck circle. Should Mendering keep this inning alive, he would represent the timed run at this moment. That one going to be outside for ball 3. So count goes to 3-1. Blake Mendering. Step back up into the plate. Stadium lights fully on now. All the pressure on the world on these Hawks to keep this game going. That is strike 2. Count goes full. Scoreboard saying 3-2-1. And Mendering step back into plate. Who is going to win this duel? That one's outside. Mendering wins it. Mendering wins the duel. The count goes full, but ultimately Mendering stands tall, shows some plate discipline, and there is now 2 on with 1 out. You now have Grant Koonsman at the plate, Ricky Smith on deck, and Brody Mendering standing in the dugout waiting to step out. So it was 1 out. Grant Koonsman, he is 2 for 3, has reached safely all 3 times. That's important. He's reached safely all 3 at bats, although one was via error, so does not count for him. But certainly somebody you want to see on the base pass, then you're going to have runners advance. That pitch gets away. Runners advance. There's now 2 in scoring position. Now 2 in scoring position. HMS not going down without a fight. HMS is going to fight tooth and nail to get back into this game. If they can tie it up, got to think in the extra innings they are going to have something to say. But that's if they can get to extra innings, and that's if they don't push across 5 this inning. As HMS, they haven't pushed across any, but they certainly are not going down quiet, and anything can happen. That next pitch was a ball. That pitch swung on and missed. That is strike 1. That one gets away. That's ball 3. Runners will not advance. Runners are not going to advance. And the count goes now to 3-1. If Koonsman reaches safely, Ricky Smith would be up on the plate, and Brody Mendering would be on deck. That one, a strike. Count goes full. Scoreboard saying 3-2-1 once more. Nobody feeling confident out there. You just can't. That is ball 4. Bases loaded.
All right, let's go, Ricky.
Ricky Smith is going to step into the batter's box. Ricky Smith, he's walked twice, reached via error, so he has reached safely all 3 times as well. He's not someone that you hate to see out there in the batter's box. You're not someone that you mind seeing out there out there to bat. If you're HMS, if you're South O'Brien, you gotta think you're not liking the situation you're in right now. Bases are loaded. There's only 1 out. Obviously, a double play can end the game, but as it stands now, the tying run is at the plate, and that is something that South O'Brien certainly wanted to avoid. And I don't think that they are having too much fun as HMS right now, they how you put this, they've gotten really close to making this one a little bit closer. They haven't been able to really do so, but they've come close, and eventually they have to break through. That first pitch going to be a strike. Ricky Smith, if he can just put one in the gap, probably scores 2. He swings, he misses. That is strike 2. Ricky Smith, I don't think he has a home run in his career, and what a time it would be to get your first career one right here. He puts the one in play. It's foul. Ricky Smith having to protect the plate. He nearly put one down the line. It was just foul. Next pitch. That is strike. That is strike 3. And 2 outs. You now have Brody Mendering at the plate. Brody Mendering, last chance for the Hawks. Brody Mendering is Last chance for the Hawks, but he's also somebody that can push across a few runs. He has reached safely all 3 times that he has stepped up. A single, a fielder's choice, and a walk. If he can get on base, he keeps the inning alive. He gives the turn, then 200 Daggett. The pitch, swung on and missed. That's strike 1. Count is 1-1. 1-1. There's 2 strikes. Bases are loaded. 3 ducks on the pond, all looking to come home safely. And the next pitch, put in play. This is going to be a tough play if there will be a play anywhere. And there will not be a play. That is the game. Oh, man. So a run scores, and Brody Mendering drives in 1. But, wow. But you have, I believe that was lunch. I could be wrong about who started running towards home, and it was Blake Mendering. Okay, so Blake Mendering, so it was just a batter off. Blake Mendering makes a break for home, is tagged out, and that is the game. So that will do it here in Hartley, Iowa for tonight. South O'Brien Wolverines come out victorious. They get the season sweep, and it took an effort, but South O'Brien is victorious. Your winning pitcher is going to be Fidelki. Your losing pitcher will be Aiden Bush. The Hawks fall to 2-15 overall, 1-7 in Warrior Conference play, while South O'Brien improves to 5-12 overall, 3-7 in Warrior Conference play. That will be the end of tonight's broadcast. We hope you enjoyed, and we hope to see you on Wednesday night when we have more varsity baseball action here from Hartley, Iowa. And we hope you'll join us. And until then, see you, everybody.